Hey guys, Balton25 here playing FSX once again. Today we will be flying a Condor 757 from Palma de Mallorca. Just give me a moment here to set that up. From Palma de Mallorca to London Heathrow. Or EGLL. Right, speed is going to be 250 for now. I'm not going to be that concerned if I slightly exceed the speed. Let's over to GPS mode. Altitude. Yeah, could I bring up the overhead, please? Taxi on, landing off. I can't turn that off then. Logo, strobe. I know you would usually do this later, but... Hey, there's a 737 there. That would probably be a Ryanair aircraft, so... Shift. And set. Flaps set for takeoff. This actually would be quite close where I boarded the aircraft, because where I boarded was just slightly over to here. It was one of these gates. I think it might have been this one here, because I know it had two jetways. No, actually it would probably have been this one here. Actually. I wouldn't bet on it, though. Yeah, if I zoom out the thing disappears. We're actually going to be taking off on the same runway I took off on. You can actually find that video of that takeoff on my channel somewhere if you search. Don't you dare drive behind me. No, they've got their own aligned, allocated places. Right there you've got, the windmills. I'm actually curious as to whether they have Belver. Belver is a castle. It's kind of round. You can see this is Palma, so that would probably be where Belver is. Stop, pushback park. Just ignore that for a moment. Looking at... Just give me a second then. Okay then, as you can see, I actually have found Belver. It's right there. It's a circular castle. It breaks off. Let's get going then. These 757s do actually fly to Palma, and they are operated by Condor. I can guarantee you that. I saw them. I saw them with my own two eyes. Yeah, okay. Yep, just give me a moment then. Okay then, so we're taxiing along here. Yeah, I showed you Belver. I went there. I'm going to see if I can spot any other landmarks, but I can't find any really. That's Iberia Cargo. Yeah, I kind of taxied up along here at this when we arrived. We'll turn up here, turn on to 2-4, right, and then spool her up. Boeing 757-300. I'm not sure if it was a 757-300 that took off, but it was definitely a 757. Yeah, Condor is a German airline. Just for those of you
approaching 2-4 center.
What? Approaching 2-4 center. 2-4 center does not exist. I saw nothing.
On runway 06 center.
Are you kidding me? This has been labeled as a runway. This is where like the runway is in like normal FSX. Maybe. Why? I can confirm there was not a windmill in the middle of the airport. That is something I am 100% sure of. Yeah, we'll turn onto the end of the runway, spool up, and then off we trot. Yeah, we're going faster than you probably would. Right, we'll turn onto the runway here, which is I think where I turned on. Yeah, the windsock, I don't know if that actually moves. I'm just going to say.
900 feet remaining.
That's going to really bug me because then it's going to be 500, 200, so on. Oh, hey, there's a leer here. Can't tell if that's an actual leer.
100 feet remaining.
That actually makes it easier to get a line, so I'm going to do here. Just give me a moment here. I'm actually going to stop the aircraft. Right now they're over on that side of me now. Are they? Nope, that is in fact a proper leer. I was wondering if it was an actual leer or just a fake, one of those phony leers. Let's bring that up. Taxi lights off. Because we are no longer taxiing. Well, we're not, well, we are still taxiing, but you would probably pass that, turn that off once you pass the
Approaching
threshold.
24 right. Approaching 24 right.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that. Thank you very much. Those windmills are actually to pump water, as far as I know. They're wells, basically. They're
On
wind pumping.
runway
Full
24
power.
right.
Power set. We're gaining speed here. Well, it's not really accelerating that quickly. Yeah, that does look fairly accurate. I will give them that. It does look fairly good. Speed. Right, rotate. Yeah, we've got that tail strike thing for a reason. Positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot on. Auto throttle on. And there we go, we're beginning our climb out over Palma De Mallorca. Flaps up. Yeah. Yeah, you can see we've got an MD-80 taxiing. You can see the other runway there, which has a hill right behind it. And honestly, the hill would be no factor, most likely. I'm looking around here and I'm seeing if I can... The cathedral. Yes, they do in fact have... Airsoft did in fact put the cathedral in. Look. There is the cathedral. I know that's there. I saw it. There's Belver, again, as I said. I also saw the Oasis of the Seas. It was... well, maybe not the Oasis, but an Oasis class. Because I stayed in Calador and Valdemossa. We might get to see Valdemossa. Or, you know. I'm saying might, because that... Yeah, there are multiple airports in Palma. That surprises me. So yeah, there's this one here as well. Yeah, we're slightly overspeeding, but that's not too big a deal. Yeah, those mountains may be, you know, they're more of a concern than... hold on just a second here. So that's the road. I'm actually curious. Yeah, no, is it? Oh, that can't be it. You're probably curious, you're probably wondering what the living daylights I'm on about. What I'm on about is that there's a railway from Palma to Solar. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. But I went on it and I think this may be it. No, that's a road. There's cars on it. I'm just seeing if I can spot that, but it's not very easy because, you know, it's just a thin line. I don't know. I'll just tell you if I see it. Because Solar, I think, would be up here. Maybe that... I don't know. Well, we're climbing out anyway, smoothly. 6,000 feet, and we're going to turn a bit. So this area is not modeled really well. Oh, if I zoom in there... no, those are just generic buildings, like generic Mallorca buildings. Yeah, you can see this isn't a long... This isn't a large island. I mean, even with a train, that's not the fast mode of transport. It only takes... Yeah, that would be Port de Solar. And there's Solar, so I think... So the track should be somewhere around here, and then it goes like that, and then goes off. I don't... Yeah, I think... No. I don't know, I can't spot it. Yeah, this is the more mountainous part. I stayed there for 5-6 days. I'm not sure how to count it, really. That's just the problem. I know... Let me put it this way. Sorry guys, I've been using the free version of Bandicam for this because I forgot to... Like, I still have that and I keep forgetting to delete it. So yeah, sorry about the logo at the top. No, wait a second. Well, I'm just hoping that the Soyuz launch recorded properly. Yeah guys, I'll see you guys as we begin our approach into Heathrow. I'll see you then. Okay guys, we're on the final approach to Heathrow. I'm not talking to ATC just for simplicity's sake. No, so I don't think Condor would fly out here. I think that would most likely be... They would most likely fly to, say, Munich or some other place in Germany. I have a feeling that these are the Rolls-Royce engines. I think we're falling below the speed. I'm keeping altitude hold on for now. Honestly, I think this is one of the... This is the only narrow-body jet airliner that I can think of right now off the top of my head. I'm actually going to see if I can turn it. No, can't save them. Right. Yes. Right, we'll head in for the runway on the left. So I'm not exactly sure of what runway they are. Yeah, you can see London there. You can see City would be off in that direction. Gatwick, I think, would be off slightly in that direction. Gatwick would be off towards Brighton a bit, I think. And Southend is... Well, it can barely even be called London Southend. You can sod off. Yeah, the 757 has a nose unlike any other aircraft I've seen. So as you say, you look at a 707, a 727, and a 737, you can see the similarities. They're not identical, of course, but you can see that they are very, they're based on each other. I think the 727 is basically just a twin-engined version of the 727, shortened the original. The 727 reuses many components of the 707, and the 707 was the basis, because that was the first. That came first, really. Also, ExoMars has landed on Mars. Just thought I'd put that in there. I didn't get to see that landing, because school reasons. Oh, this does have spoilers. Yeah. Roar's playing. Alright, autopilot altitude hold off. I'm keeping the auto throttle on for now, though. Powered by Condor. Dabob. I know it's Delta Oscar Bravo Oscar Bravo. You know, they're using NATO. I think it's the NATO, yeah. Are the wheels... No, okay. I actually thought... Like, it looked like the wheels were rotating. Are those white or are those red? I think they are white and that we're too high. Is there that much... No. We're just not turned on correctly. So anyway. Yeah, and you can see that little skid at the back of the aircraft. That's to prevent a tail strike from occurring. And apparently there's a term among pilots that after a... You can't have a good landing after a bad approach. You know, honestly, I think I've proven that wrong several times. I've had terrible approaches and fairly good landings. But in all honesty, I think that's not the approach's fault. That's just the fact that I cannot put a plane down any better. There we go. Yeah, we were far too high if we're only getting to this point now. That's why Well, I almost said I'm flaring. But I'm
Approaching
not really.
27 left.
Where's this 27 left? I think I landed on this one with the A321, which is the closest thing Airbus has to 757. The 757 is considerably older, and it's apparently one of the worst aircraft to fly on. But United operates them from both. I think no, they only operate from. No, they operate from both Shannon and Dublin to Newark. Auto throttle off. We'll spool her down. There you go. You can see a petrol station. Why would you build a petrol station right under? Yeah, I think a 767 landed. See, the approach wasn't very good. However, the landing, for me, it was pretty good. And brake. You know, it was off centerline quite a bit, hence I'm turning viciously. Oh yeah, stow. We'll take that gate because it's
Approaching
a quick
0
aircraft like
5.
these. What? 05? We turned off anyway. Anyway, straighten out.
Approaching 0 5. On runway 0 5. Flaps, flaps.
What do you mean on runway 05? Oh. This used to be a runway, I think. Maybe. I don't really know. I just have trouble keeping these things on the line because I get distracted. Now we'll turn into that nearest gate. And that is also an Airsoft airport, so yeah, we'll park at gate 220, sure, why not? Right, no, that cannot be right. Oh yeah, let's try to use the external view to get us lined up for that line there. Crap, I've lost sight of it. Right, just... And stop. Too far. Right, let's try that again. Move forward. Stop. There we go. Let's bring up the throttle quadrant then. Off. And I'm presuming the jetway doesn't work. No. You can see the engine spinning down. Those are Rolls-Royce engines, most likely. Anyway, yeah, guys, that was a flight from Palma de Mallorca to London Heathrow with a Boeing 757-300. I'm Boston 25. Goodbye.